Let's talk about how organic compounds are synthesized and decomposed. When we synthesize or make an organic compound, it requires monomers to be joined together. So if you remember from a couple of slides back, I said there is a polymer made up of monomers that are bound together. They have chemical bonds and they make polymers. So several monomers will make a polymer. In order to make that polymer, you have to generate bonds. And so we do this through something known as dehydration synthesis. So dehydration, if you think about it, when you're dehydrated, what are you lacking? You're lacking water. You're thirsty, right? You're dehydrated. You don't have enough water on board. So you can use that to think about how monomers make bonds together to form a polymer. They are dehydrated. Their water is taken away. So in a monomer, this monomer here has an OH. This monomer here has an OH as well. And if you take water, if you dehydrate these two side groups of these monomers, then they will form a bond with their oxygen group, a covalent bond, and they will form a polymer. Now, if you want to break apart a polymer, so in this case we have a polymer, and you want to break it into its component, monomers, then you just add water. It's like dehydration for your food and rehydration. So if you want to break apart these polymers into its smaller components, which we do want to do when we're trying to make ATP and we need the smaller components to fuel that process, then you just add water. And when you add water, you're going to get monomer 1 with its OH group and monomer 2 with its OH group. So you can get these processes in either direction, and it just depends on which components are more present, which there are more of. So in this instance, if we want to go from our monomers, so these are two monomers, glucose and fructose, and you want to join them to make a polymer, then you will dehydrate them. Water will be released, they will be dehydrated, and they will make a polymer. They'll make a covalent bond with their oxygen. If you want to break apart, and actually when they make that polymer, glucose and fructose together makes sucrose or sugar that you know of. And if you actually add water to sucrose, then you're actually going to make your monomers. You're going to break down your polymer into its components, glucose and fructose.